Welcome to the Nerd Lag Game Club podcast, a video game podcast where we all play the same game and then we talk about it. I'm Corey and I'm joined by 4 party members today. Laura Ann
Hi.
What was that?
and Tunza,
Hello.
Dan Boy,
Eel.
and Hipker.
Hey.
In this episode of the Game Club, we're regaining control of an academy as we play through Blade Prince Academy. Jeez, that was a mouthful. This was our game for the month of April. Blade Prince Academy was released on March 7th, 2024 on Just PC. Blade Prince Academy was developed by Angel Core and published by Fire Squid. Angel Core hasn't developed any other games, but have written illustrated stories and manga using the characters and world from this one, which I thought was kind of neat. I'm going to give a quick summary of the story to this game, but before that, I want to give a spoiler warning, and I would recommend playing Blade Prince Academy every time I want to say blood before listening to this episode. This game has us playing as Phobos. Phobos. I don't know how to say his name. And
I
other
Phobos.
Phobos.
Same.
I don't know. I've been changing it throughout my entire playthrough of the game.
That's fine.
Same.
Him and other students at the Blade Prince Academy were attacked by some unknown enemy and were tasked with defending the city of Abjectia and regaining control over the city and various areas. There's more to the story, but it relates kind of to the gameplay, so I'll hold on to that for now. And with all that being said, I'm going to throw it over to Tunza, where he's going to talk about the gameplay and mechanics for Blade Prince Academy.
What? But okay. It is a real time with pause game. As much as I feel like it's not as action slashy when I think of that, I think more of a Dragon Age. But it has a combo system where everybody has abilities that are tied together. Like taunt can be combined with certain AoE abilities and stack. You have positioning, mainly just move your guys, fight enemies, deal with debuffs and stuff. And then that's for gameplay, I guess. And you can, pause, set up your attack, and then pause every attack and have them all go in a row if you want. And then you, outside of combat, there's all packs, talents, and the academy life. Kind of think of like Persona, like building relationships that help you build up stat points. And then the packs are like would you consider them just buffs?
Well, they're kind of like a mix of buff and debuffs, because like it'll give you something of one stat and lower something else.
Of another, yeah, depending on which one you do, and they can stack, and then you eventually can re-roll them and like add, like, if you need bleed resistance, you can eventually, once you level up the packs, you can starting to spec into certain things with those cards, like a card system for all your buffs and stuff. I don't know how deep we want to go with that. And then there's 4 party members. Each of them have a designated role, like defense, attacker, healer, ranged. I don't remember what the range was called.
There's like elemental, there's like mage, there's the sniper class, which would be range. Then there's like there's like 2 of each, kinda.
Yeah, because everything is weirdly broken down. Like the elementalists are still defense, and then what's his face that I used all the time was like a colossal, and I used him he was a defense. They have like their main roles, like your tank, DPS, and healer in a way.
I would say that you use 4 characters per mission, but you have a total of 10.
Yeah.
That you get for the entire.
And then the game progresses by mission based for each area. Each area you run in, clear, do whatever you need to do. There's a shopkeep. Kind of, it reminds me a lot of Hades in a way. Like the shopkeep drops. You go there, you can upgrade your thing, and then move to the next area. But you take them in and out. There's no like one run. It's not like a roguelike.
Yeah, like you have a max amount of packs you can put per character, and then you can buy those using like skull. There's like skull currency, and you can upgrade like your healing potions. You can upgrade like how long it takes to recharge energy, because you can't take one character into everything. You'll eventually need to let them rest.
in beds.
Um,
They talk at a park.
Yeah, so
There's
weird.
relationship stuff. Took me forever to figure out that party mechanic because I just would go in the mission and not assign a person.
Oh hell yeah!
I never
max
figured
level
out the party
party
system. Mine
You
was
have to
0
ass-
every time.
You had to. It's when you hit start a mission. It's you have when you're picking your people for the mission. You have to put it there. Like you assign somebody to host the party, and then you give them like like it basically does like a budget thing.
And then that drains their energy too, so they have to be swapped out at certain points too.
Yeah, I think that
Don't swap
covers
anyone
it
out.
in terms of.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like in depth, but also very basic, and I don't know how well to describe it.
No, I think that covers it. Let's move on to Lauren, where she'll talk about the art design for Blade Prince Academy.
Okay, so I think the art's where it really excels compared to everything else. It's got like a manga, anime, like webtoon art style. Is the way I would describe it anyways. It's very much like a lot of the characters have like different styles of hair or brightly colored. Their eyes are big. There's different like races. There's elves. There's, more like
Furries.
an animal, yeah, type of character. I mean it's colorful. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's very much like anime manga style. They even say that's like completely what it was inspired by.
Yeah, and that has turned into its own series of books.
Yeah, yep. It's turned into its own series of books. And then I'll say the like dungeon areas, the more environment, I would say, have more like I don't know. They have like a lot of like biohazard type of stuff. And I don't know if you would consider them kind of like a warehouse type of thing.
Yeah, the environments are weird because like they're done pretty well, but it's like the same thing through the whole
It's
area.
a square grid.
Yeah. Yep.
In terms of like when you go to the casino, like it's just the casino, like it doesn't change much. When you go to the garden, it doesn't change much. So there's very limited areas, and they do look well, like they all look pretty good, but it's just a matter of like they don't change too much. It kind of always feels like you're just going through the same area over and over again, and that's
Yeah, that's
especially
why-
present like later in the game. Like,
Yeah,
when
that's why I
that-
said, like, I think the art excels in the aspect of, like, visually looks really good. Like, I think it's very unique looking, stuff like that. It has a good look to it. There's not, like, a lot of, like, differentiating things when it comes to the environment art, but the
Yeah,
characters
character
are
art-
all cool.
Yeah, the character art's where it stands out, and those little still like cutscene type things
Yeah.
were
for
really
sure.
good.
Yeah, the conversations that take place where like they show emotion or anger, like or when they cry, like you actually see like the tears on the design and they're moving their bodies and stuff. So it's not just like a still image, like static image, like I wouldn't say a lot, but a good amount of like visual novels or like that style of dialogue. It's just them standing there or just a picture of them. And I think they do
Yeah.
well making the characters feel more lively.
Agreed.
But yeah, overall, I like the art design. I think you're right, Lauren. I think this is where this game excels in its the top portion of where this excels because there's a lot of other things that it does not do well with. But anyways, we'll move on to sound design and music. So Dan, how about you tell us about that for Blade Prince Academy?
It's all just kind of meh to me anyways. Like, I feel like I don't remember any of the music that was playing or anything. I feel like whenever I played, I was just kind of over it, and then I'd just play music like on the side. There's no voice acting. Everything's just, red. I mean, the sounds of like the enemies and like the barrels exploding, they're just okay. The sounds really aren't anything to like write home about. They're just kind of there and just okay, I guess.
I don't remember I think it's the first area, but there's like when you're chasing after what's his name, Acid Hair or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They play like that Rager like song, like bumping like techno. I don't know what that is. That's pretty good, actually. Like, but that's the only one I know. Like, I can remember. The rest are kind of just like background noise.
I like the credits song. I feel like that was actual song, but maybe I was just mistaken.
I don't know. My credits were all screwed up. I was at the main menu
Same.
while the credits were rolling.
Yeah, it was just
and it was just
rare. Like,
silent.
it had sound. It was just, but it was like you could move your mouse and it was like selecting a mission, but the credits were rolling, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was the same.
Like it's
for
like
me.
it's just like an overlay over the game, and I was like, and it was
I
playing
skipped
it.
the credits, so
It was playing a music. It was playing music, and I was like, okay, like
yeah, I thought it
like,
was
I
just
feel like I liked
broken.
it.
Like
Yeah,
I didn't
I
have
had a
any
lot of bugs
noise
in
or
this game.
anything, and it was just like, okay, well, I don't know if this was supposed to go to another screen and play the credits, and then it didn't do what it was supposed to. But you know, this game is that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's we'll move on. We're just gonna open up the floor now and just talk about anything that made an impact or just anything in general we want to talk about. So starting with you, Hip, what is what we got?
God, what do we have? Is the question. God, what do we have? Not a whole
You
lot.
wanna-
I'll tell you that.
Here, I'll start off. Who did everybody use in their party typically?
I used the same 4 people the entire game.
I mean, basically, unless I had to switch them.
I
I
used
use
the
that-
2 furry snipers, the blue chick, and the main guy.
Wait, which blue chick?
Blue chick.
Yeah,
The
there
one that
is-
used her fists, the tank one.
There
Whichever one's
is
the
two
tank
of
one. They were both tanks. I don't
Yeah,
know the second one. The second one you unlocked.
Diamond. Okay, it's the only one I really know the name of because it was
It's
just
not.
Diamond.
It's not even her name.
It's not diamond.
I was gonna say,
What-
it's
what
not
is it?
diamond.
It's like
No.
Diamante or Diamante.
Oh, it is.
It's
I just
not
read it as
diamond.
Diamond because she was blue and she had the diamond thing, and then the other
Dumbass.
one's Orchid. And I was like, this is weird. And you're supposed to be sisters or something?
Not actually, but
Yeah, but like in the whatever.
What kinda?
This story's weird.
so I used the main guy that Phoebus, whatever, however you say his name, Oren,
Feebass.
Phoebus, the fish,
There you go.
Oren, like one
Pick 'em up.
sniper, and then
Yeah, same.
I swapped a lot of the other ones in and out. So I used like that Vecchio, which was the vampire, and
Vampire.
then Selena, which was the first healer,
Yeah, I kept with her the
Um,
whole time.
and then the later characters I never really used. I used that Gadho or Gadho, the tank, the colossal
Oh, I
tank
love that
guy.
dude. He was so good.
But like the later ones, I didn't use the Anatonio or the Human Torch, is which I was referring to him as. I don't like. Terrible.
I
think
don't
they-
like them either.
I think they like. I hate that they forced you to play with certain people, and then
Same.
I also don't like that they introduce people towards the end. It's like so, and then like they're like, I don't know their abilities. Then when you get them, they all kind of had the same abilities.
Based on what their class was, yeah.
No, even then they just kind of all did like obviously very similar things.
They were easy just to switch in and out, I guess.
So later on, I stopped using that Selena, the healer, because I didn't need healed anymore. I was doing so much damage so fast that there wasn't any point.
I used her for the gravity thing that like sucked them all into a center.
I think she's level like 4 for me.
What about
I just-
what about your lineup, Lauren?
I used the main dude, Phoebus, Phobius.
It's Phoebus from now on. We're just gonna call him
Arachnophobia.
Phoebus, like the
Yeah.
fish.
Phoebus. Okay. Oren, Selena, and then typically I used the like lizard type of
Zanesh.
guy. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Zanesh. That's the main ones I went to if I could use them.
And Dan.
Two attackers.
To be honest, I jumped all over the place until like the last area, and then I just used the same 4 for the most part. It was always Feebas, Oren, Selena, and actually I feel like the last one kind of swapped around. It was sometimes Maki or I don't remember who else. So I'll just say those 4.
Did anyone use the necromancer girl boy?
No.
Oh
No.
no.
Besides the
Whatever the hell
missions, I
their
had
name
to
is.
now.
I just didn't like that.
If I wasn't
Everything was
forced
a
to use
counter.
someone,
Like
if I wasn't forced to use someone, I threw both the furs on every time.
they're so strong.
They were.
But with
How,
that,
how was everyone's? You can go.
well, I was just gonna say that like other healer that Themos or Theamos.
Yeah.
My
Oh, the
issue
hooded
is
person.
yeah, my issue is that if you did anything, there was like a debuff to you. So like if you like did this attack, you got burned, or if you healed, you got taunt
Poisoned,
on
I
you, or
think.
poisoned, or like bleed, whatever it was. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this,
I think it was bleed.
and
that was
that's
kind
why I
of
didn't
all
use
set
them.
for like combos and stuff. Since some characters' moves would be like, oh, if you have this, then it does this.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of like
The combo system
you
was fucking
help
weird.
combos.
Yeah, I just used like the more like damage based ones, like you taunt them and then you whirlwind them and you do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, that
I
was so strong.
I didn't realize there was combos. I'll be so real.
They have a whole tutorial mission about it.
Yeah.
I want the record to stand. I was so over this game. I did not use abilities. I would throw my people in a room, put them on aggressive, and say, "You guys do what you do best and do damage." And that's all I did.
That's kind of how I did it too. I didn't really have any game plans. I just kind of made them attack. Every
Well-
once in a while, towards the end, I started having Oren use her like original like sniper
Snipe.
ability, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so strong!" And then I started using her.
That one
Yeah, then you get
attack.
multiple projectiles.
Oh yeah, it was like up to like 6 or something. And gosh golly, it was easy, fun time.
That one
That's why I
attack.
used both the snipers.
Yeah, the one attack Oren gets is like, I don't remember what it's called, but you shoot it and it has like an increased chance to crit, but you shoot it like a bunch of times. So like I would just aim at the strongest enemy, kill them real fast. I was taking Oren solo through every like dungeon. The rest just kind of hung out until I
That's
like I
probably
had
the
to
best way to do
recharge
it.
her skills, and then I would let them come in and just basically tank until her skills came back. I did kill my own teammates quite often though, because they would be like,
can
"Oh, I want to move in the way,"
Yeah.
and when
I
you're
was
doing like
fighting, like, the
thousands of
last-
damage.
So I only team killed once, and that's because I didn't realize the blue chick's one ability that made it so she had like fire around her also caught your teammates on fire. So in the fight where you fight the big like flesh abomination thing, she killed 3 of my people, and I had the main character solo that boss. I had no heals, soloed the boss.
Yeah, the game is not difficult. At least I don't
That's why I
feel
stopped
like it
using
was.
abilities.
Well, once you get those like pack level things up and you start like just leveling those, it's like it makes the game so trivial.
My main guy would hit like 500 damage crits.
I was at one point just keeping them in a group, and I would group them up at everybody. I'd be like, we're
Yeah, that's what I
all
would
going
do.
to the one person, and then I did the Phoebos and the one guy
Feebass the fish.
Seabass.
No, not
Yeah,
Seabass.
Seabass.
Feebass with an F
Nope, nope.
or a
No, that's
More like a
PH, I
C++,
guess.
Am I right?
But I would
hate
just
you,
take
Dan.
their AoE, so it takes up like most of the screen, and then you would just taunt and do that whirlwind, and it would just murder. And I was like, "All right, I like this." And then I just kept those two together, and then I just started ignoring any range, and I just go to them.
How about double
I would
twist?
just I'd make him dive on everyone and then use the whirlwind, and that's all I would do.
Yeah.
I forgot you unlocked abilities when people leveled up. So my people were not leveled up until like the final stage chapter thing. They were all technically still level 3.
Wow, I guess the levels are like okay. They give you the abilities and like a little bit of stat increase, but all your like strength comes from their packs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't like going up the levels give you more packs?
Well, you can
Like,
get
you
more,
can
I
get
guess.
more?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
but if you just build around like one specific thing, You can get, I think you default at what, like 6, 8 to start off?
Like
Oh.
the packs.
No, like how many your character can hold? Is it 6?
Oh, I thought it was like 4.
I think it's like, I
don't
think it's more
remember.
than
'Cause
that
then they start
because you
stacking
get,
like
because you get 5
you could have multiple.
slots at the,
Something like that.
yeah. And you can stack them up to 6 times. So, like, I think if you really wanted to and you just picked, like, one specific one and just focused on one attribute, you could get really strong really fast without
That's
doing
what I was
much of
doing.
anything else.
yeah, Seabass he had 90 something crit.
Like C++.
90% crit.
I think my sniper person ended with like 80% crit. Well, one of them.
Yeah, Oren had a ton and a ton of attack power, and then my tanky boy had like so much defense and health that it was just like stick him out there.
Yeah, just go
don't-
taunt. I hit them 3 times in a row. Like the taunt, the damage boost, and then the thing that breaks their shields, and then they would die.
I don't think I upgraded their health or defense like at all.
Well, yeah,
I
they
think I
do the
just-
packs at some point.
Oh, I think with the packs I just picked stuff that did damage
I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
or like attack speed.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
I did like almost no resistant to anything. Like I didn't focus on like bleed resist, fire resist, and poison resist.
Yeah, me neither.
I just if I seen something like that, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll recycle it.
Yeah, recycled so many. At one point,
Oh.
I feel like those chests are pointless.
Except for
I
you're playing
think-
the slots. Am I right?
Oh, I
Heck
play them until I
yeah.
max
Let
it
it
out every time.
ride.
I think my main guy at the end. I'm opening up my game and check. I want to say I had negative like 180 poison resistance on my main guy. It was something stupid because I just didn't care.
So how about that? The triple twist.
Betrayal.
Huh?
So you go through.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you're the guy that you think is your dad or whatever. Like you treat him like he's your father. Betrayal, and then so maybe just
Just a lot of
double twist.
a lot of-
Then?
Well,
That
well,
one I
just
don't think
killing
you would
people
count.
like killing people you like.
Yeah.
He had negative 145 poison resistance.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so the guy that like is which I didn't even realize what his name was, and I'm like, who is this name they keep bringing up? And then when I fought him, I was like, oh, I know who this guy is. But he's like supposedly your dad or whatever, like he helped raise you,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, we're trying to take your guys' body to make you guys immortal for like the vampire attack that's coming, and I'm like, what? And then you get there and you're like, oh no, my vampire friend is being controlled by the vampire queen. Now I gotta fight him and kill him.
Yeah, it was just a lot of killing people you know.
Yeah, everybody was sad. And then you find out that like the 2 girls, which they're quote unquote sisters, but they're actually like clones or like experiments.
They're all basically experiments.
Yeah, she's like, one of them's like experiment like 25. One's like 28 or something. I don't know, 18. So they're like,
Android 18.
and they're like, oh, I guess we're technically sisters. And then I think Orchard's like, we could move in and be roomies. And she's like, I don't know if we should move that fast.
Yeah.
And like, back off.
The dialogue was so goofy. And just like the girl that was like obsessed with like the moon goddess or moon, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
Selena.
Yeah, every couple minutes, like, oh, you guys praying to the moon, and I'm just like, yeah, we're praying to the moon.
It just made me always think of Moon Knight in Marvel Rivals. The moon.
I needed the moon.
And then she would just skip. Like everybody's
know.
going through this thing, she just skipped. And then the main reason I never used the like warlock or whatever necromancer thing was because they walked with the cane. Like,
I know they were like 100.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I was like, I don't like that. I don't. Everybody moves weird enough as it is in this game. I don't need that.
Lauren loves that Zanesh because his only goal was to be a better swordsman than the main character.
Yeah.
That's like all of his dialogue.
I kept dumping all my stuff into making his attack faster. I was like, you gotta be faster, man. You gotta be faster.
You gotta be faster.
You want to be the best, you gotta be faster.
Also, What the hell's up with them blowing all of my money? First off, why am I paying for them to go to an underground fight or a nightclub? Or buy
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff?
Go to the movies.
Why
Come
am
on.
The one week I had like 5 people go to the club, and each one was $500. I'm like,
They
what are
had-
you doing, guys?
They had a hell of a time.
Yeah, on your dime.
On my dime. I'm the one making the money. And it was people I didn't even use. It was the lizard guy. I used him once.
Yeah, he's like, hey, free money.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go.
gonna spend $200 on concessions.
Also, I got soft locked once
Oh.
and had enemies spawn outside the wall, outside the map, twice.
Who didn't have issues with this game?
I got soft locked on the poison guy fight, like the first chapter thing.
Lauren had,
It wouldn't
had
open up
that-
the gate for me.
Yeah, Lauren had to do it like 4 times to get it to finally open.
Yeah, it did
I
it.
had
It
to-
did it twice for me.
I had to do it 4 times to get through it.
Yeah, I had a ton of issues.
My
And
The-
it wasn't the only issue I had. I had a lot of issues.
Oh, me too. I was my characters would get stuck. I think I counted up to 10 times.
Yeah, I had my
Like-
characters get stuck. I had that thing with the gate happen 3 times, so I had to do it 4 times. The character stuck thing happened to me multiple times. I had one where I was in the middle of fighting like that last room in that one mission, and my animations for all the fighting just froze completely. The only thing I could do was click on the settings to go back and abort the mission. It was just stuck.
Yeah, I had that happen.
yeah, I had the
Yeah, I had a ton.
apparently the most common one with this game, which is the shield room when you're like, I don't know what
With the
mission that
vampire
is, but
dude.
when you're in the invasion
Yeah.
and then like, so you go in there and it's like, oh, you got to go to the shield room, and then you fight. I think that's when you fight your vampire friend.
I think
And-
so.
Oh wait, you're talking about what you're going and doing?
Yeah,
stuff, or
when you're going with your party to
Oh.
fight him,
Okay.
and you go in there and it's like, okay, you got to fight him or whatever. You get the dialogue, you fight him, you kill him, and then it would not do anything, and it would say defeat bosses, and it'd be like 0 out of 3, and I'm like, I am stuck in this room. I can't go back out of it, and there's nothing going on in here. And I guess it's like a known issue. Like that's like one of the
Did
most
you guys
like
have the waves never progress?
Yes.
You just did 2 out of 3. I did 2 out of 3 probably 10 times, and I was like, is
For
it?
me-
Am I on the same wave? And it just for some reason progressively got longer.
For me, it was almost always 1 out of 3 every time.
Yeah, I
never
noticed
moved
that
past 1 out
too.
of 3 for me.
So I had to abort the vampire invasion thing, like when he goes to the shield room, and I had to like abort it because it like glitched out, and then it's like, oh, you can't go in. He needs to rest. It would not progress. Like I had skip the weeks, do whatever. And eventually, I just had to like close the game and restart, and then do side missions, and eventually it let me do it again. Stupid.
See, I
Also-
also had that issue, but I just had to quit to like title screen and then went back in, and you had energy again.
No, but I had to do like side, like I had to like progress like weeks, but it wouldn't let you skip a week, so then I had to do a mission, and then
Yep, I
basically-
had that too.
yeah,
Yeah,
I had a lot of bugs.
The game is very buggy. I was telling Lauren earlier because I was trying to get her through that acid hair door that wouldn't open. I was like talking to her and she was streaming on Discord to me, and I was like trying to see if I could help her. But I was telling her, I was like, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, this may be the buggiest game we've ever played on the podcast.
I think
In
so.
terms of like, it just does like weird shit to everybody all the time.
Yeah, it's up there with what Nero for me. Nero was really, really buggy for me. But
What-
this it was like broken like every mission.
But this is kind of my like claim to that is like you had issues with Nero, but the rest of us didn't. All of us had issues with this game, and it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
I even had an issue with the sizing where like the buttons on the menu were like overlapping each other, so I had to
Yep,
change the
same.
size of my screen just to get buttons to not be
That
over other
might-
buttons.
I say
Yep,
that might
same.
just be because you guys play on like those wide monitors. I didn't have any
Yeah.
problem with the overlay.
Yeah, it had a issue where there was even stuff that was just off the screen, like you couldn't see it at all, or it was underneath other stuff in the
I
UI.
say it
It was bad.
probably just isn't made for those ultra wide screens. Was the problem?
I had
Yeah.
I tried to play on the Steam Deck, and like it's controller supported, so like lets you go in like I thought it would be no issue. And then when you select your characters for the mission, it won't let you place them.
Yeah,
just-
I saw people were complaining about that.
Yeah, it just doesn't let you progress past it. Like you
And-
can't even put them down. And I
Don't
was like,
worry.
this-
The dev replied to one of the bad reviews about that, about how they were refunding it 2 years ago, and said they're working on a fix for it 2 years ago. So
Well,
any day now, we'll get that fixed.
Listen, I was reading reviews and they said that it was actually worse when it came out than it is now.
I feel like there's no. I guess there's
They
a way.
said they released a couple patches when it first came out and it got better, but it's still that bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
Speaking of the reviews, you know what pisses me off about reviews on Steam? These people that have no playtime in it and they give it a good review.
Or
Genuinely, why?
Or the reverse.
the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
so
bothers
the
me
either way.
reverse is like
So
I have 10,000
boring.
hours in that game. Fuck this game, and
yeah,
that's all.
worst game ever. It's like you played it for 1,000 hours.
You played 1,000 hours.
Like,
You've ever
this
achieved
person-
it.
This person has 7 minutes in it and recommends it and said it's a good game.
Well, I think
we'll
a
get
weird
to
thing-
the reviews.
I wonder if it's like the visual novels or whatever it is. Like those fans come to the game just to support like that aspect.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
Like a good
They
visual
would.
novel.
I think they
Yeah,
should
or-
stick to it.
or-
I'm glad they haven't made a second game.
All right, let's go to time to complete. Unless you guys have anything else.
I'm good.
All right,
Um,
so we'll find out how long it took each one of us to complete the game. So starting with Dan, how long did it take you?
So, hold on. According to Steam, okay, and I will get into this, I have 8.3 hours. But I was at 2.5 whenever I had to restart. So I would say it took me like 6 hours to actually like complete from start to finish of the game.
Okay. Hit.
5.2. And that was with a lot of AFK time, too.
Yeah, a lot of issues. I was at 9 even, but I'm pretty sure it's probably closer to 8 with all the redoing missions over and over again. If I had to make a stab at it, Lauren.
So I did not finish the game. I'll throw it out there now. I had over 10 hours into it, and I had so many issues with it that I wasn't going to continue to play at all. But I did make it to the last area.
Yeah, you probably if everything worked properly, you probably have maybe another hour. With
Yeah,
where you're
I
at.
just. Whew.
Yeah, Tunza.
8.1.
I think I'm probably around where you are.
I mean, I've also it's hard to gauge because it's like everybody redid everything so many times. You had to quit out, you had to do all that stuff. So it's like I don't even know what time, because the missions don't feel like when they worked. It felt like they went really quick, so I don't even know.
Agreed. Yeah.
Especially some of those like last area missions, like the invasion. Like, oh, get across the bridge. That mission takes 5 minutes from start to
Right.
finish with all dialogue, everything. It's a 5-minute mission, but if it doesn't trigger, then it's 35-minute mission because you're doing it 9 times.
They also had to add the whole energy system to up your playtime a little bit.
Yeah, which doesn't really add anything. I mean, as long as you
I
have
feel
money,
like
you
that-
just click advance week, takes 2 seconds, read all of them, spending your money, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right,
I feel like
so
they did that so you play with other people, but then they didn't
yeah,
do it right.
yeah, you're absolutely right. It should have taken longer, or like you should have had to do
I-
a mission or something.
I think
Yeah.
if they made it so you had to do a mission, I want to finish this game. I want to finish this. You cannot catch me going back to playing other missions.
Here in like 6 months, we see he has 197 hours.
Yeah, he's grinding.
Yeah, he's out here grinding.
Grinding what? There's
You-
nothing
I
to
don't know.
grind.
You
The
just
same
love the-
4 missions.
You love the gameplay. You just want to play it over and over again.
I don't. I hated the gameplay so much.
All right. So each episode we go around and we find out if we would recommend the game and why or why not. So starting with Hip, would you recommend this game and why or why not?
You know, I think it's obvious what I'm gonna say.
You loved it.
I
10 out
will,
of 10.
I will not recommend it. The energy system, garbage. The combat, garbage. The only good thing about this game was the novel part, and I didn't even care about it because I was not invested in the game because it was garbage.
I think it has potential. I just don't think it needed a
think
lot
if
more polish.
I think if a good studio made it, it has potential. Let us do a different good studio make the game, and then they can make the story since they're apparently good with their graphic novels.
Yeah, I mean, 4 books off of the lore of this game. So,
Have a good studio make the next one.
yeah, I agree.
It might be good.
Dan?
I would not recommend it. Honestly, I will say, at least to me, I think this might have been the worst game we've played on the podcast. Just
Really?
saying.
What about the
Yeah.
Postman game? That game's still out there.
Yeah, so that's saying something. I would prefer to be delivering mail again than
Oh,
I would
having
not.
to watch my person stand in place and I have to not use that one character through a fucking level.
Tunza?
Yeah, it's a no for me too. It's so the real time of pause is so unresponsive to. It would take me 10 times to get him to do what I want, even if that system wasn't there. Like I could never get him to do what I wanted. Like they wouldn't use their abilities. The art's cool. I think the art is the standout. The relationship building, good for their novels. Maybe bring it back either as a visual novel or not a real time of pause game, like a strategy game. Do something like action, make like a Ys or something.
Lauren?
So, as it is currently, I would say no. What I will say is, I do agree that it has potential. If, like Hip said, somebody else had made it for the mechanics, stuff like that, it wasn't super broken. There's a ton of potential for that game to be good. If you would ask me this probably 6 hours ago, I would have had a different opinion, but I think the combat could be really good. I think the relationships and the dialogue and stuff could be really good. The art is great. It looks great. I just think with how broken it is, I would say no. If somebody remade it, a different studio did that portion, and you just let the same people do the art and story, I would be all for it. So.
I also wouldn't recommend it, but I feel like I'd be a little less harsh than everybody. When it works, I had fun. I like the character designs. I like the world they're building, the things that people can do. I just hate having to deal with, is this going to trigger or am I going to have to redo the whole mission? It's a Kickstarter game, so it's impressive we got it at all based on the track record of Kickstarter. Now that we've talked about it, I would love to have like the Nier treatment. So like Nier comes out, the guy can make a story out of a rock and you would cry. He's crazy good at telling stories. But when it first released, it had a rough gameplay. But then when they re-released it later on, they had another studio do the combat, which made it faster, more responsive, like way different. So I would love to see that with something like this. Take like I think Tunzi, you mentioned it earlier. Take like the studio that does like Hades, for instance. Have them do the gameplay and this team do the story and the art. And I think that game's it's great. I think it would turn out great. But as it stands, it's a not recommend. They made a good
Across
shot.
the board.
Yeah, it's
If you see what, it's just really broken.
yeah, like I said, if it wasn't buggy, I probably would recommend it, but I just can't. I can't go out and be like, buy this game, especially when it's full price for $20 or whatever it was,
Right.
and be like,
Just wait a
and then
minute.
you're gonna have to close it 100 times to get through the whole game because things aren't gonna trigger.
And things might not work when they're supposed to, anyways.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I think I'm gonna say it. I'd rather play Days After, or whatever that zombie game was, than this.
I don't know what that
the
one is.
AI like
The AI one that was
That's
released
crazy.
30
Oh, the
days,
day
then the studio
The
shut
day
down.
before.
The day before.
I was like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
are you
that good
talking
game that I
about?
played for like an hour.
All right, so we kind of already dabbled in it a little bit, but each episode we go around and talk about reviews for the game that we're playing, see if we can find any good, bad, or funny ones. So, Hip, do you have anything this time around?
So speaking of Hades, another person that pisses me off. This person said, "Play this while you wait for Hades." They put 8 minutes into the game. Why are you leaving a positive review? Why are you reviewing the game at all?
I don't know.
8-minute
Uh,
review.
Cute game, 7 minutes played. Why are you leaving a positive review? Like,
Now, why are
it's
you leaving any?
a lot of people that are negative reviewing it. It's about just the game in general.
Lots of bugs. Everybody's
Yeah,
reporting
like-
bugs.
Basically, the positive reviews are just people saying, "Oh, it's a nice looking game."
Which it is.
Yeah. Oh, I lost the one review I was going to talk about. Wait, I need to find it. It's very important.
It's very important.
Yeah, I don't know where this one went, but a lot of people were asking for cloud save. No, it was a guy that had like an hour in the game, something like that, and he was like, "Oh, good game so far. Can't wait to play more." And he posted it in 2024 and has not played it since.
That sounds like this group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mixed reviews. I seen that earlier and last night when I was trying to see if there was something I needed to do to fix that bug, but
Which
it is.
I
It's very
think
much
it's-
like it's a game with potential, but is just too broken, and they've kind of abandoned it at this point where it's not going to get fixed.
Oh, this
Oh, yeah.
person this person has the same gist that y'all had of this person put 19 hours into it. So I feel like they have, a pretty
Oh,
good reasoning
Mhm.
to review it. This game is nice, but it's clearly not finished. There are too many bugs and unclear things during the game. But the worst is, by mistake, I clicked on new games to continue and lost all my progress.
Oh man, that would suck.
I'd be so upset.
Yeah. All the developers said was, "There's a way to recover manually your deleted save. You'll just have to go into your files and look for it." How about we just put a confirmation on the new game? Like, is it that hard?
Like I said, it needs work, but it's never going to get it because they've moved in the direction of books and manga.
They said
Maybe
we
that's
can
the
make
goal all along.
we can make actual money and make good stuff if we go to books.
They
And I'm
also-
thankful they did it.
This game was called something else when it was originally released, and it still has a Steam page.
Yeah?
Did you guys see that?
No.
Let me see if I can find it real
Oh.
fast.
What the hell? I missed out on a whole different character.
The deal, yeah, just
The Clef DLC where you get a poison rat.
What
Man.
was the other game called? The original Wicked Aeons is what it was called originally, and if you look it up on Steam, the page still exists.
What was it?
Wicked Aeons, like AEONE or AEONS. It's the same exact game, and in the description it says like this game is now Blade Prince Academy.
Oh, I
Um,
can't find it.
You may not find it. I don't know if you can find it through like the Steam app, but if you like Google it, it pops up.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting that they name changed it, but it's the exact same game. In my opinion, some of these kind of look better, like the UI and stuff.
Yeah.
Looks better.
The UI looks a lot better.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure. Looks like you could also get like skins
It looks
for your
like
characters.
No, I don't even think it's skins. There's a whole recruitment office. There's not these dumb characters. You literally can re-roll.
Oh, so you would
people.
like build your own characters. That's interesting.
You'd build your own academy.
I wonder-
Like, it looks like
weird choices there, right?
it looks like there's some of the original characters, but like the
Yeah.
sniper cat person and the main guy. But besides that, it looks like you can just recruit
Yeah.
people.
Oh, this looks way better.
Yeah, interesting.
I like the way the
changes.
talent tree works.
Maybe that's why people were talking about, oh, the demo seemed like it had good
Yeah, and then
Had
they
something
like
good going.
changed it and looks not as good. But all right, so it's time to find out what we're playing next. So Lauren, you have the pick for the month of May. So how about you tell everyone what game we're playing and why you chose it?
Okay, so it's called Opus Prism Peak. It's a game that I didn't realize released. It's been on my list for a while. It was supposed to come out. I put it in the chat so it's easier for you guys to find it. It was supposed to come out fall 2025. It just came out like not even 2 weeks ago. It's about a girl that lost her memories, and your character has like a camera, and you come across her, and then it's a visual novel adventure like narrative. Like I said, I think it looks good so far. It has good reviews.
It gives
I
me
wanted
like
to play it.
it gives me Ghibli vibes, like the way it looks.
Yeah, it does. It looks really good. I really wanted to play it, so I'm glad it came out, and it's right in our sweet spot of time to complete. So
Oh, speaking of like games coming out, did you see that the developers of Pumpkin Jack's new game released yesterday?
I did not see that.
Far Far West, yeah, it just came out yesterday.
Oh, we gotta keep that in mind.
Oh,
Is that also Halloween themed?
No, you're
No.
like robots in the Wild West. Fight. It's
mean,
it's like a bullet hell roguelike from the looks of it.
4th of July vibes.
Yeah, 4th of July, but maybe it's the 4th of July special.
But, all right, so we're gonna play. What's it again? Opus? How you say it?
Opus Prism
Opus
Peak.
All right, so that's our game for the month of May. I'm good for Blade Prince Academy. So Tunza, how about you move in a real-time pause system and give me some plugs?
Thanks for watching this episode of Nerd Like Game Club. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We post first encounters, breakdowns, and long plays. So if you want to join the club, you can find our socials in the description.
On to the final credits. At the end of each episode, we just go around and talk about anything gaming or what we've been playing or just anything in general to close out the episode. So, do you guys have anything?
Requiem. Resident Evil Requiem. It is absolutely a masterpiece.
Oh,
It is
did you
really
guys
good.
finish streaming it?
I
did.
have one part left in theory.
Oh,
You can go watch my VODs, okay?
I
I
played for
know,
like
I'm
5
going
hours.
to.
You know, I sat there and played for like 5 hours the other day and didn't show up at all.
I did watch for a little bit.
Was it the
And-
first day or the second day?
Listen, and then Dan was streaming, and I was
Ah.
already up to date with his.
That's
So
how it
I'm
always
watching.
goes.
Like,
I'll be live
He
and then I'll watch
started
Dan.
playing first.
I'll be live and then I'll watch someone else. I'll watch Dan go live and I'll watch my viewer count slowly plummet. And then I
Alright,
think
look.
like, man, this is the end for me. I might as well just go to YouTube full time.
You know,
Listen, the second day I started streaming it, it was whenever you started streaming it. She comes into my chat and is like, "Oh, when did this happen? When did the girl get out of her cage room thing?"
I was so
And I
excited.
was like, "Oh, it like just happened." I'm like, a couple minutes past it. She's like, "Well, I need to catch up, so I'm gonna go watch Hip." And it seems
And
like
then I
she
never
didn't.
left.
Yikes!
I just watched it.
You know-
Yikes!
you know what's funny is that we started watching Hip when we were eating, and she was complaining because Hip's way too smart, so he solves puzzles really fast, where she can process Dan playing the game because it takes him 10 years to figure it out.
Puzzles. I feel like
there
there's been no puzzles.
Listen, there was the one where you had to do like, I don't even know what that thing is, but you had to put in like star, moon, whatever.
Oh,
I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
Dan do this like
It
no
was so
joke, probably
easy.
6 or 8 times. He just was like wrong, 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 went back to it, went back, wrong, wrong, went back again.
it was so. There's a book that tells you what to press.
Yeah,
I
and he
know,
still did
but-
it wrong.
Yeah, because in my brain, I read it as like sun, star, moon, sun, or something like that. And I went to it, put it in, it was wrong, went back to the book, noticed I mixed up the two, the sun and the star. Then I went back to it, forgot what I mixed up, went back to the book.
And this,
Yeah.
Later on, I found
And
out
the-
you can just look at the files, like in that menu. I don't have to leave from that menu.
And then I watch Hip do it, and it's just like, oh, okay, puts it in. I was like, oh,
yeah. So when Hip did it, he seen the machine first, and he's like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. He's seen the book. They etched it using like the side of a pencil or whatever,
Yeah.
and then immediately walks over, throws it in, and goes, "Oh, okay."
yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it wasn't that
Versus
hard.
The other ones. All right, I got first try. Okay.
Right.
What other
First one.
ones?
The other two.
The other, you don't do anything for the other two. What you of course you got them first try.
Okay, the other one. There's one other one.
I'm pretty sure you just melt the lock and grab the thing out of it.
But this
And
is
then the other one's in Braille. You gotta take the little kid over.
No,
Like,
you still have to. Whenever you break the lock, you still have to put in the code.
do you still
You're
have
just
to put in
breaking
the code?
you're breaking the lock to open up the panels.
Hmm.
But this is
'Cause
why
that's the one where
Lauren
it's, like,
leans
the
that way.
pictures.
Because he's dumb.
Yeah, because he's dumb and he gets scared way easier.
He does. He really does. Hip plays, and he's just like, oh, I killed that guy. Oh,
Dan's
all
like,
right.
I'm gonna use my entire clip and waste it all.
Misses a ton of shots.
You know what's Dan? What difficulty are you playing on?
Oh, we were playing on the same difficulty, but
Okay.
you are on the difficulty with the ink ribbons. I did not have the ink ribbons. That is the only
Okay.
difference.
I
Oh,
feel like I was just walking through people. I didn't really have much of a problem.
oh, it was cracking me
I
up
had to shoot
though.
so
That's
many
why I
times in the
watched.
head.
I just shot them and went about my day.
What about you, Tunza? Anything new?
Diablo, because
Well-
I hear this guy boot Diablo up 5 times a day.
5 times a day.
I hear
Crazy.
the Blizzard thing go off of someone getting on a game, and then in the bottom right I see tons of open Diablo on Steam, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll hear it
Yeah.
like 5 or
And then-
6 times.
Crazy it's like been out like not that long, and I can only play it it at work.
How did you hear it?
You just get the notification for Blizzard. I don't know when
yeah,
it's
on the
open.
Blizzard client.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Battle.net.
I was like,
That's
how,
kinda
I was like,
the way
makes it sound like
Steam
he's like
is.
sitting a room over, just like listening.
Also, I don't know
Oh,
why
I hear
it's
it.
keep going because it's like I
I-
played for a while every time.
I feel like Steam does that sometimes because, like, well, I don't, unless you were opening and closing something last night, Hip, it just kept popping up in the corner of my screen. Like,
Blade Prince, yeah.
it would like whatever would just pop up over and over again, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
I
but-
think I might have opened it like 2 times last night, but
But
I don't
it's
know.
not just that game. It's like anytime you like play anything. Same with Dan when Dan appears online, like you get like all your
well,
Twitch stuff and all that stuff. It pops up like 100 times. I'm like, why? Like, leave me alone. I know they're playing games. Yeah, I've started playing Darksiders, started streaming that, and that's about it. My life has been a blur recently.
yeah. I'm gonna start a challenge run for Dark Souls 2, I think, for my YouTube endeavors, but
Lauren, anything?
No. The only thing is, you were able to order me that Legend of Nayuta because they're reprinting it.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
really excited about that. And I was gonna order the Sword Art Aincrad edition game that comes out in July, and it's sold out. So I gotta wait and see if they restock the edition I want.
oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sad.
And just to close out the episode, tons of the Diablo expansion. Thumbs up, thumbs down of what you played so far.
So far, I like it. I've only got to play a little bit of like the Paladin. Haven't tried the Warlock yet, but I like it so far. That's my goal, is to go through it. I think I'm towards the end of the story, but it's it's good so far. It's Diablo, so if you like these kind of games,
You would like
these
it.
ARPGs, yeah. At least so far. I mean, it's better if you buy it now as a new player than like somebody who's already owned stuff. Luckily, I've only bought it when things go on sale. I mean, besides this expansion, everything else I haven't played full price for, so I don't have as much. Because if you buy the new expansion right now, I think you get base game and the DLC for like cheaper than you would have paid for everything. It's like $150 if you paid for it all separately, and then it's only
Pricey.
like 60 or 70 if you paid for it right now. So it's kind of a big fuck you to your
Yeah,
players, but
you're-
it's Blizzard,
yeah.
so people are playing. People are gonna pay
No
for it.
surprise there. But
So far, I like it. I want to play around with it more before I get my fatigue of it. But I've been playing on the Steam Deck, and this is like the first time I've been able to play on the computer in a little bit. I had to crunch out Blade Prince because I thought we were recording Sunday.
well, with that, that has been Blade Prince Academy. Let us know if you've played this game, want to play this game, had any intentions of playing this game, or if you played it previously and had even worse bugs than we did. We'd love to know. And we'll be back in a couple weeks with a short game, which is going to be something completely different than we've ever done, which I'm pretty excited about. But until then, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.